Hi everyone, this is Debbie Henderson from Debbie's Designs. Welcome to Techniques Tuesday. Techniques Tuesday is a monthly class that I hold. And I'm going to give it a few more seconds for everybody to come on over. Now, while we're waiting for everybody to come on, just a few reminders. This is my hostess code for March. If you use this in the online store at checkout in the hostess code box, you'll be entered into a group of people that are ordering from me and you'll earn some free products from me. My door prize for the month of March is Buy the Base stamp set. Anyone that places an order, whether online, through email, in person, or my Paper Pumpkin subscribers, you're all entered into my monthly drawing. And today I'm using 2 stamp sets for my Technique Tuesday. Hello everyone, I can see you all coming on. Welcome. So today I'm using Winter Woods. I thought I'd bring back one of my favorite stamp sets from the annual catalog, or actually from the holiday catalog that carried over. And I'm also going to be using the In the Woods framelits dies today. I'm using the 2 little tree images. And then I'm also using the Friendly Expression stamp set. I'm using the one that says life is tough, but so are you. That is a neat sentiment. Now the card I'm going to show you is not the one I'm making. It's actually a card that I made in one of my classes. So some of you guys that are watching, I know you've seen this because you made this card with me during one of our clubs. It's this card right here. And I'm going to try to capture the Dazzling Diamonds Glitter. The whole bottom white part is Dazzling Diamonds. I'm hoping the camera will capture that. It's so sparkly and glittery. So this is the technique that I'm going to show you today, is how to add glitter to a background like this. So let's get started with all the supplies that we need today. Now on this card, I used Pool Party and Flirty Flamingo, and I thought I'd change it up a little bit today. I'm going to be using Grapefruit Grove, Balmy Blue, and Early Espresso for my ink colors. Now I've gone ahead and cut out my little tree with the 2 dies that I just showed you. This is using Granny Apple cardstock. I'm going to need the 2 sponges for the sky that we're going to sponge today. And what I do with my sponges, if you're new to stamping, I cut these are round, I cut them in 4, so I get 4 wedges. And then I just use my everyday label punch out a shape, fold it in half and staple it, and it's the same color cardstock as the ink that I'm using. That way I don't have to rinse these out each time. They're ready to go. I just put them in a clear case. I have like all my blues together, all my oranges together, and I have one for each color. It just makes it so easy. For the card base, I'm using Whisper White thick cardstock, 8.5 by 5.5, and I'm going to go ahead and score that at 4 1/4. I'm using my stamping trimmer. The lighter blade is the score blade. As you can see, I wrote on mine so I don't mess up. So you can see I have score and cut right on my blades with a permanent marker. I'm going to fold that right on the score line. Layer number 2 is Early Espresso, measuring 5 1/4 by 4. Layer number 3 is Whisper White, 5 inches by 3 3/4 inches. And then I'm using a piece of our multi-purpose adhesive sheets. That escaped me there for a minute. This is what I'm going to use to adhere the Dazzling Diamonds Glitter, which I keep in a container, as you can see, with a spoon. So I'm all ready to go. Yes, I do have some rice in my container. This keeps the moisture down when I store my glitter, and it does not stick when you use it. So I do that with all of my embossing powders also. I'm going to go ahead and glue the Early Espresso to the thick Whisper White. And don't forget to share my video as you're watching. I'll draw a name sometime tomorrow, and the winner will win the card that I'm making today. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is the sky, like you see here. So Balmy Blue and Grapefruit Grove on this one. I'm going to start with the Balmy Blue. I'm just adding just a little bit of ink. And then I'm going to come in from the side and go in a circular motion. And you can see each time I come in from the side, it gets a little bit darker at the top. And I'm not pressing very hard as I'm doing the circular motion. Sometimes I think that's what most of you guys do wrong. You just press too hard. So you can see how nice and smooth that came out. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the Grapefruit Grove. And this time I'm going to come in from this side and work my way over. And then I'm also blending over the Balmy Blue, so it kind of creates a third color. Okay, and that's it for the sky. You can see how quick that is. Now I'm going to bring in the Early Espresso, and I'm going to stamp my sentiment first. Now, in order to make sure I don't have stickers on this one, I'm going to stamp on my scrap to make sure it's not upside down, which it's not. And on this one, I'm going to center it. On the other card, I had it more towards the right. I love the sentiment. I think every time I use this stamp set, I tell you guys that. Now I'm going to do the trees. I'm going to go ahead and stamp once, and I'm going to stamp again just to have the lighter image in the background. Stamp once and once again. So you can see how I filled in the background with the lighter colored by not re-inking the image. Okay, now here comes the magic. Oh, actually I have one more image to stamp. I have this little image that's kind of like the little dirt that you see here. That's going to go right below the tree trunks. I'm just going in a straight line, and I'm going to add a little bit more in the background here. So you can see how that dressed it up quite a bit just by adding the tree line. Okay, now here comes the magic. Now let me get my Stampin' Pierce mat, or actually my silicone mat. And I'm going to go ahead and peel the adhesive sheet. I've cut it a little bit longer than what I need. I'm going to do just the bottom because that's where the snow is. I'm going to go ahead and burnish. And then I'm just going to peel this. Bring in the Dazzling Diamonds. And you're going to see how pretty this is when I have it all on there. So you can see how nice and sparkly that is. Now, what I usually do is I take the backing that I peeled off and I put it on top, and I really press this down to make sure that the glitter really sticks to the self-adhesive sheets. Okay, let me see if I can show you that again so you can see how sparkly that is. It's so pretty. Now, the last step I'm going to do is add stamping dimensionals to the back of this panel. I hope you guys can see the glitter. Could you see that when I showed it to you? I can never tell when I'm watching on my iPad if you guys can see all of the sparkly that I see. Okay, now I just have to peel all of these off. So while I'm doing this, I'm going to have a busy week. I was sick with the flu on Sunday, so I had to cancel my Sunday share class. So what's coming up, let's see, tomorrow at 3 o'clock, I have my new page, my Stampin' Ink Designs page. Okay, let me finish this up. Okay, so there's my card for today, and then this was the one that I made for one of my classes. So again, I'm going to try to hold that just right. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see this. I can't tell. Maybe I need to hold it closer. Anyway, it's really sparkly. Take my word for it. Okay, so back to Wednesday, which is tomorrow. I'm going to have my afternoon tea time and a card. And this is on my Stampin' Ink Designs group page. This will be at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And what else do I have? I have, and then my Sunday share, I have rescheduled for Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And for that one, okay, I am using the Wonderful Moments for my Sunday share. And for my afternoon tea, I'm using the Hold On to Hope. And then I'll have my next Sunday class too. So I have a whole bunch of classes coming up this week. So if you guys have any questions, make sure you leave them in the comments and I'll come back and answer you. And I'm so glad you joined me today for the Dazzling Diamonds Stampin' Glitter background technique. I hope you liked my cards and I hope to see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Time on my Stampin' Ink Designs team page. Have a good day, everyone.